Our final chart is the state population versus density horizontal bar chart, and we're going to be using our data from previous assignment to look at the comparison of the state's population versus the density of the state. And we also will be using, in this case, a dual axis chart as well. So let's get started. We will go to our population data and just select our data, and this time when we say insert chart, we're going to insert a 2D bar chart, cluster bar chart. Say OK, here's our chart. We're going to move it to its tab. Let's move it up there and resize it. Now we see that we're charting density and population. I always like to move our legend. And we have the same problem here where density is in the thousands. Actually, it's in usually maybe up to a couple of thousand, and population goes up to 35-40 million. So we really can't see our density at all. So if we click on the chart and then right click, we go to our change series chart type, and we go to density, and we plot on the secondary axis, and there we have it. A problem here though, because density and the population kind of overlap, and you're not always sure which is which and how they overlap. So now we're going to click on our blue lines, population, go over here to format data series, and we're going to look at gap width, and that's the percentage of the width between the bars. So we're going to go down to about 40%. Hit that, and now it's easy for us to see the difference between the population and the density charts. We also see that we seem to be missing some states. We don't have all our states here. So if you remember the last chart, clicked on the axis, went to the options, and went to labels, and we're looking at the interval. Last time we wanted interval of 2, automatic intervals dropping out spaces, so we click on specify unit, interval unit, it's 1, and now when we look at our states, we actually have all our states listed, which is, in this type of chart, that's important to have all the data here. And we also need to fix our horizontal axes. In this case, density, we don't really need the 1,000 separators or the decimals, so we go to number, and we can just pick general. There we have it. So now we go to our population axis, and we need to have some commas in there to make it easier to read. So we go to number, and we can just click number category, use 1,000 separators, decimal place is 0. There we go. That's good. We need axis titles and above and below, so we're running out of room here. So if we click on the plot area, we can make it a little bit smaller, center it up. So now when we go to chart design and add a chart element, we can add axis tile. We want the tiles for the primary horizontal, and we chart the tiles for the secondary horizontal. So we can make sure our legend stays aligned. This one is called density. This one here is called population. and that in just a little bit. Make sure it looks nice. And we have the title. Say state population versus density. There we have it. That's our final chart.